There's a story told of a man who lived all by himself on a deserted island. One day, a ship came upon his island and was there to save him. As the shipmates came on board onto the island, they asked, "So, how have you lived here all by yourself?" The man took him to the beach where they saw 3 small huts. Of course, the shipmates asked about these. The first hut, he said, "This is where I live. This is where I lay my head at night, where I reflect upon the world, and where I entertain myself." The second hut is where I go to church, where I worship God, sing praises, read the scripture, and focus on my faith. What is this third building?" They were curious. And the man said, "That's where I used to go to church." Welcome, friends, to the Word for Wednesday for June 12th, 2024. This last weekend, I attended the Missouri Annual Conference in St. Charles, Missouri, at the St. Charles Convention Center. Each and every year, there are fantastic things that happen in annual conference, and there's always at least one nugget of wisdom that I wish to share to the congregation when I come back home. This year, this story was told by Dr. Drake, who is the president of Central Methodist University. And the reason he told it was thinking about how often our churches get in arguments and fights, even when there's only one of us around. I think we need to focus more on unity. And the theme of this annual conference was to share the love of God for everyone. This, of course, we did throughout the weekend. But sometimes we are reflected and reminded that church seems like a 5-year-old soccer game where there's a whole lot of people running around, but most people have no idea what's going on. I think we can do better. I think church can be different. In the book of Ephesians, chapter 4, it says, "In light of all this, here's what I want you to do. I want you to get out there and walk. Better yet, run on the road that God has called you to travel." This is from the Message translation. And the bishop began with these thoughts. In light of all of this, in light of everything we've gone through over the last number of years, it's time to refocus. It's time to look at something different. It's time to be better. It's time to lean into what God has for us and how we can continue to be the church for a new and the next generation. Ephesians 4 continues and says, "You were all called to travel on the same road and in the same direction, and to stay together, both inwardly and outwardly." This is a call to unity. My friends, we need to be united as one under the banner of Christ, united with the idea that we are created and called to make disciples of Jesus Christ for the transformation of the world. So in light of all this, what are we going to do? I think we can and should be the church that the world desperately needs. Another one of our speakers gave us a phrase that has been running in my head that I think reflects in this idea of unity, but also aspirations of what the church can be. He says, "Too often we have uphill hopes and downhill habits," meaning that we strive to be great and wonderful, and we want to be the best we can for God and for our community, and we want to see success and we want to thrive. But too often the habits and the things we do lead us down a spiral that we don't want to see. So we were asked, is our Christian faith, our walk with God, just a checklist to get through or a relationship to enjoy? It is my hope that these thoughts and reflections from annual conference will help all of us to focus on unity and growth and thriving in the relationship with Christ. God bless you and have a great day.